guys, how you doing? Today is Wednesday, August 21st, and I'm going to do my Boston haul and show you what we got when we were away, finally. I've been trying to do this video several times and it just hasn't been working, so, and I've got a fan blowing in the distance, so I don't know if it's annoying or not. But anyway, we had a great time in Boston, such a fun trip. You can see from our video, we had fun at the concert. I was screaming my head off. I just got caught up with the excitement of everything, and I was just so happy we were there. The kids were screaming as well, but you couldn't hear them because of my screaming into the camera. Poor Kerrigan, she cried the first half hour of the concert. Oh my god, it was so cute. She was just like, just couldn't get it together. She was just so excited to be there. And then I cried through a few of the songs. Bryn cried at the end when they left the stage, and then Scott said he's gonna cry when he gets the bill for all of this. So, oh my god, we had so much fun. So we got in on Tuesday, and we just hung out at the hotel, and we got a map, and we went down, and we went to Faneuil Hall and looked around. And it turned out to be a great place. It was only about a 10-minute walk down the street. We went there every night and every morning and just kind of walked around. And then Wednesday we met up with Betsy and Phyllis. That was so much fun. I didn't do a lot of videotaping. I didn't know how comfortable they would be with my, you know, camera in their face the whole day. So, but we had a really great time. It was the first time both of us had met Betsy. We gave Betsy a hard time. The kids were like, how do you know this isn't just a man that's been on the internet posing as a woman who buys crafts? I'm like, I don't know, we're just taking a guess. So Betsy is a sweet, sweet person. She's so adorable, and she made the little tags for the kids, which I'll show you in a little bit. And Phyllis is hilarious. Betsy and I are trying to get her to start her own YouTube channel. She is the funniest thing. She has a strong Boston accent, and we just kept saying that all she'd need is like a little bowl of topics, and she just would pick out a topic and just let her go, and she would just talk. She loves to talk. Oh my god, she's so funny. So Phyllis, you need to consider doing that. It would just be chatting with, there goes the stove. It would just be chatting with Phyllis. It would just be so funny. Anyway, so we went out with them on the Wednesday. We were supposed to meet them at Faneuil Hall and go to, we were going to meet at the Samuel Adams statue, and we were going to do the market and stuff. So we went down that Tuesday night when we got in just to see where we were supposed to meet them. And then it turned out that Wednesday was supposed to be rain and thunder showers, which never happened. But in the meantime, we had arranged, Phyllis was coming in with her car, and she picked up Betsy. And then she picked us up at the hotel, and we went to, I think it's called the Galleria Mall. It's in Cambridge. And it was probably about, we drove around and we saw some things, and we went over to the mall, but it was probably only about 15-20 minute drive from our hotel. I have no concept because I didn't really know where I was. So we went to the mall, and the kids did really well. They got some stuff there. It was a nice mall. It was like 3 floors, whole bunch of shops. So the girls would shop, and Phyllis and Betsy and I would stand outside and chat, or we'd go into the store and then we'd chat. And so it was, you'd never think that the three of us had just all fully met each other that one day. I mean, Phyllis and I had met last year on the beach, but yeah, it was just so much fun. And then Betsy took us all to Cheesecake Factory for lunch, which was awesome. Thank you, Betsy, for that. And then we left the mall and we went over to Harvard. So we went around Harvard. That was really neat to see. Not what I thought the campus was going to look like. It was absolutely beautiful. I pictured the old brick buildings and stuff, but I didn't realize it was like a city center university. There was like, you know, street lights and traffic lights and all that kind of stuff, and little shops. So the store we went into, it looks like it says the Co-op, and there was a couple there saying, oh, there's a Co-op store that you can go to. Betsy and Phyllis were like, no. Please, it's called the Coop. So we went over to the Coop. We went to the bookstore, and I got a Moleskine. This is the Moleskine that I've been using. Here's my original one I bought in Halifax. I've been using that as my bullet journal, and I'm going to be doing a video of that soon. I love it. It's the way my brain works to write down, you know, tasks and all that stuff. So I'll show you that. That'll be an upcoming video. And I'll do a video at some point too of my travel journal. I took it to Boston. I did a painting on the plane, and I think that was it. I didn't even get caught up in my journaling when we were on that trip. Just didn't have enough time. But yeah, so then we did the Harvard bookstore, and the kids each got some books. And then we went to the other store just a little ways down the street and we got the clothing and stuff. So I got the hooded sweatshirt, Kerrigan got a hooded sweatshirt, Bryn got, what did she get? Plaid pajama shorts. And then they each got a Camelback Harvard water bottle, and we got Scott a mug and a t-shirt, which he's washed, and he put it on high heat and shrunk it, so that wasn't good. And then we got him some bottle openers, little keychain bottle openers that he likes. So that was at the Co-op, and then we drove around a little bit and Phyllis showed us parts of Boston. And then we got back to our hotel, and it was just such a nice day together. So much fun. So we'll have to go back to Boston and meet up with you guys again sometime. That'll be so fun. So thank you for that day. And then that night, the kids and I walked back down to the market, and we just did takeout. The problem was that market that I showed you, the Quincy market with all the food vendors, it's great, but I just couldn't, you know, trust it with Bryn's allergy. So they did get pizza though. They did get a slice of pizza, but they had like bagel sandwiches and all that kind of stuff, but I just didn't want to chance that. So we had pizza. She's usually fine. Pizza's never a problem. So we did that, and we would go to Starbucks every day. I was so excited. I would get my lemonade and ice. That's all I had. And then the kids were getting these chocolate frappuccino things. So I think my kids were actually drinking coffee and I didn't realize it because I don't know coffee and I don't know how to order anything from Starbucks, and I get very overwhelmed. So that's why I had lemonade with ice. And I don't drink coffee and tea. So I think they may or may not have been drinking coffee on that trip. I don't know. No, it was, what was in that, Kerrigan? It was like a caramel something. I don't know. Does frappuccino mean coffee? I have no idea. That's so bad. I didn't know. Oh my god, it's really hot in our house right now. So that was Wednesday, and then Thursday was the day of the concert. We were so excited, but we went down to the market again, and we were trying to find Bryn's camera that she got. I showed a picture of it in the video there, and she got the camera, but Staples sells it in Canada. So we went up to Staples to find the camera, which they didn't carry, and then Kerrigan found all her duct tape. So she was thrilled about her duct tape. She made this huge tower when we got to the hotel room and was dancing. She was very excited. So she got her tape, and then we went down to Urban Outfitters, and Bryn got her camera there, and I got my record player, which I've been using. It's plugged in. It's sitting here on my desk. I love this thing. It's the Crosley Cruiser. It's like a little briefcase. It's a 3-speed portable turntable. Impressive sound performance meets outstanding vintage design in this portable turntable. So that was cool, and that was from Urban Outfitters. And then we went back to the hotel and we got ready for the concert, and as you see, the skies opened up. I was like, oh, come on. And then the skies cleared. We took the motor coach. There's that's how we got to the concert, because the concert in Foxborough was about an hour away, and I was trying to figure out a taxi. I was trying to figure out, do we take subways and buses? I didn't know how to get there. So there's a Boston Common motor coach, and that was great. The guys picked us up in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, and when we were standing there, there was 3 ladies and their 3 daughters standing there, and they said, we thought the motor coach was going to pick us up and drop us off at our hotel, and they happened to be staying at the Marriott Long Wharf, which was right where the merry-go-round and the Quincy Market was. So she said, oh, is there any way we can get dropped off there tonight? Because we were going to get back from the concert at like 1 in the morning and be dropped off at Boston Common. And I was like, I don't really want to be standing on a street corner at 1 in the morning with the 2 kids and trying to get a cab. So they made arrangements they said, well, let's try and make an arrangement with the guy and see if he'll drop us off at our hotel. So, of course, we get to Foxborough and we get out of the parking lot, we're walking in, and we see this place to buy t-shirts and stuff, so I get all caught up in that with the kids, and then I get a tap on my shoulder, and it's one of the women, and she said, we've made an arrangement, the guy's going to drop everybody else off at Dunkin' Donuts, and he's going to keep us on the bus and drive us off drive us down to our hotel. So it was perfect. The 6 of them got off at the Marriott Long Wharf. He drove down the street and dropped the kids and I off right in front of the hotel. And then there was a lady and her daughter who are from Bermuda. The girl goes to the kids' school, so she was on the bus, and after they dropped us, they took her down to her hotel. So it was perfect, and very nice of them to do that for us. So when we got to the concert, I wanted a tour t-shirt so bad, and that's what the kids got, and I'm like, okay, the kids have their shirts, that's fine, I don't need I'm not gonna wear it. So I got the bag, just a little canvas bag, so story of my life. And so that was cute. And then I got home and Scott goes, you didn't get your tour shirt? And I'm like, no. And he goes, that's all you wanted. I'm like, I know, I can't go back, so just drop it. So anyway, and then we got the program. And of course I only bought one program, and we have 2 kids, so that was stunned. So I ended up going on One Direction's website and ordering the program. So it's official, not as official as, you know, this one, but the kids were like, oh, we thought you ordered it from some lady's basement on eBay. And I'm like, no, it's from the One Direction website. They came out of the same cardboard box. They just happened to bring those ones to the concert that day. It's fine. So that was at the concert, and then to eat there we had little tiny pizzas. They were $10 each, and we got water, and they take the cap off your water, which was a little weird. But anyway, I think they just don't want 70,000 tops to water bottles laying around the stadium. So we had water and pizza, and poor Bryn, she didn't eat her pizza, and I thought she was just too excited, you know, for the show, and she said she was just worried she would have some sort of reaction and then would be, you know, missing the concert. So the poor thing didn't eat, but we were too excited to eat. So then we had that back on the bus. We left water on the bus, and the bus driver had water for us anyway, and I also recommend a sweater. We each had a sweater to put on. It was cold on the bus getting back. So that was Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday we did the hop-on, hop-off trolley. Oh my god, it is hot in this house. We did the hop-on, hop-off trolley, and that was really cool, and I didn't show it in the video, except for when you see the, you know, make way for ducklings, you could sort of see that, and the cheers bar, because the kids were sitting together for the most part, and then at one point I was sitting next to some guy, and you're trying to videotape out the window, and the guy's telling you the history of stuff, and I kind of missed a little bit of what he was saying, so then the rest of the video wouldn't have made sense, and it's like I'm sitting next to someone like, hi, I'm just videotaping your ear. So it just seemed really awkward, so I didn't put any of that footage in. But it's a great way to get around, and you do get a history lesson about Boston. They talked about Paul Revere, they talked about the Constitution, the boat, the ship that's there. With our tickets, we got 2 days of the hop-on, hop-off trolley. It included admission to the aquarium, which was great, because Bryn and I would have been $25 each, like $24.95 each. And then Kerrigan just a little bit less. She's at that magical age of 11 where she's still, if stuff's like 12 and under, she's sometimes free, so that's good. But for the aquarium for her, there would have been a charge. Oh, that Boston Motor Coach, it was $50 for Bryn and I, like each, $50 each, and then Kerrigan was $30. But for $150, and we didn't have to think about how to get there and how to get back, and it was safe and clean, and so that was the best way to do it. And when the concert ends, you have like 45 minutes to get back to your bus in the parking lot. Oh my god, you don't understand how hot it is here right now. Okay, so Thursday we went around and we walked around. We went up to the Copley and looked around a little bit, and then we ended up, did we go there on the Thursday, Kerrigan? The Copley. Oh yeah, we went up there and we went around the Prudential Center and Copley Place and looked around there, and we went to Cheesecake Factory. The kids and I went to Cheesecake Factory for lunch, and well, it was like a late lunch. I found we only ate once a day when we were there. Portions are just huge. So we ate there, and then how did we get back to the hotel? Oh, we took a trolley. I think we just walked around, and then we got back on one of the trolleys, and we got back down to where the merry-go-round is, and then we went back home, regrouped, and went back out to the market that night. And then Saturday we did the trolley again, and we went back up to Copley, and we went on Newberry Street, which was really nice. It was kind of hot that day, but we walked the length and back. Our feet were killing us. Bryn got really sweet luggage. I've got it packed away, so I can't show you, but it's navy, and it's like navy with floral designs on it. It's an Isaac Mizrahi, but it was like a heck of a lot cheaper. That's why we buy our luggage. That's why I got mine at Winners when I was home, and Marshall's when we were there. We got Bryn's. I got my little Volkswagen Bug bag. So the Marshall's is right there, right on the same street, the next street up from Copley, and one street up from Newbury Street. So I went in there, and what did I get? I think I just got that bag. And Kerrigan got a snap album, a snap book, and a dress, and then Bryn got her luggage. So it's really sweet. She got the large one, and then she got the small rolly carry-on, and they're the ones with the 4 wheels. And what else did we do? We walked along Newbury Street. We got Scott a shirt. Oh, and I went to, it was a little knitting store. Oh, here it is. A knitting and needlepoint store, and I got my little bamboo knitting needles. They're tiny. They're #1s. Because there's a book in town here, and it's how to knit these tiny little characters. They're so cute. But you need fingerling yarn. It's like really tiny yarn, and I don't think I can find it here, so I probably should have looked and see if they had yarn at the store, but I didn't. That's okay. But I have the needles because I couldn't get them that small here, and they're the bamboo ones, which I enjoy. And then we went to the Newbury Comics place, and they had one of these down by the market, and they had one of them up on Newbury Street. And they were busy because that weekend there was actually Comic-Con was over at the convention center, and I wanted to go so bad because I've seen it on YouTube and stuff, and I just thought it would be kind of cool to see, but we didn't end up going. I got the little things for inside the records, and I bought some albums. I bought Thriller and the Beach Boys and Some Nights by Fun. So I got those 3 albums, and they're like, you know, brand new. So I think they just re-released them or whatever. And then since we've been back, this one I got today, Elton John. Christmas with the Chipmunks, Bing Crosby's Christmas, John Denver's Christmas, Sound of Music, Andy Williams' Christmas, Merry Christmas Chorus, Bing Crosby, another Christmas one, Elvis Christmas, Jim Reeves Christmas, Disney's Christmas favorites, a lot of Christmas. Christmas with Burl Ives, and Burl Ives Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. So, I find Christmas is the only time we really have music going on in the house, so I figured why not get some Christmas albums. So these were all at the Barn for $2 each, so that was good. And then, oh, also at Newbury Comics I bought these pins. Remember the little buttons? We used to wear them on our coats and stuff. So I got 9 3/4, and this one just cracked me up. I had to buy it. Unicorn on the cob. That just amused me, so I had to buy that. And then, what did we do? Oh, and up on Newbury Street, there was an H&M, and I didn't realize H&M had home goods things. So I got 2 of these. We have one in the kitchen right now on the counter with some apples in it, which may explain the fruit flies flying around. Anyway, so I got that, and then I bought this table runner, which was really cute. It's supposed to look like an old... It's upside down. It's supposed to look like an old sack. So I thought that was cute. Isn't that fun? So I got that table runner for our dining room table. And then we went to Brandy Melville. Bryn was excited to see that store. I had never heard of it in my life. So I got this. It's going to be too hot to wear right now, but it's an infinity scarf in the stripes, which I thought was really cute, and it's way too hot to wear that right now. So I got that, and I think that was it. The record player was my big purchase, which they were really nice in the store because it was $98, and then online they had it for $80, so they honored that price in the store, and I got it for $80, so that was really fun. I need to get a second needle for it, just an extra needle just to have. That Make Way for Ducklings, remember when we passed by the park and they were talking about Make Way for Ducklings? It's this book, this children's book, and I found it, I think at the Barn a while back, and I just thought it was really cute. But this is pretty much the corner of the park where we were driving by, and I kind of showed you where the duck statues were, and then you turn the corner and then that's where Cheers was. So that was really cool. And that was all up by that's all in the Boston Common. And now for the stuff that Phyllis and Betsy gave us. Phyllis gave me white Christmas lights. That might have seemed very bizarre, but she studies my videos, and I'm sure she's like looking behind me in this video right now to see what I have and what I need. She's a crazy woman. So generous. Very cool. So I had mentioned that I wanted Christmas lights, and I hadn't got them. Oh my god. And then ribbon, they're the American Crafts Amy Tangerine. I needed some more ribbon, so that's awesome. And then she did this again. She did the green container, because that's the one she brought me when she came last summer. And yeah, well, they were here. Phyllis came down to visit this past April. Unfortunately, it was the same weekend we were on our cruise, so I missed her. And she had brought this all the way to Bermuda and then took it back with her when she realized there was nowhere to leave it at the craft market. She knows what I'm talking about if she's watching this video. Little inside joke. But anyway, so there was no one that she could leave the case with at the craft market. So she took it all the way back home and then gave it to me on this trip. These are the tags that Betsy had made for the girls. This is Bryn's. How sweet is that with the girl? It says Dream, and then there's little tags, and she's got little, she has little, tiny little clothespin. Isn't that sweet? She put from Betsy. And then this is Kerrigan's with the girl, the little tags and stuff. Isn't that sweet? It says Joy. Really cute. So thank you for those, Betsy. And then Phyllis did this. She gave me some material. There's Mickey burlap material, which is really neat. I'd like to make like some sort of bag or something out of that. It'd be really cute. And then this is a similar character. Well, obviously it's Mickey, but I'm saying it's the same design, but it has the comic strips in the back of it. And then this one has, this is called Wicked Women, and it has Maleficent and Ursula and Cruella de Vil and stuff on there. It's really cute. And she always gets me these. They're little patterns that you see in the store. There's a beanie and a cowl and a shawl and a blanket. A blanket, as my grandmother would say. Some blankets. And little coasters. I've been wanting a pattern for snowflake coasters. I probably mentioned it and she remembers. And a little recipe book thing. And a beach bag. And another cowl. And a bag. And a little grocery market bag. So I love those. I'll put those with my collection. And then this she gave me to give Annette. And I said, can I peek? And she's like, you know you're going to. I'm like, okay. It's a little Wizard of Oz stamp because she knows Annette likes the Wizard of Oz. It's like one of her favorite movies of all times. So that's for Annette, so I'll have to give that to her. And then, oh my god, she got the girls, she gave them, I keep saying gut, she gave them like hand sanitizer and little heart coin purses. Were those coin purses, Kerrigan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she did the beans, you know, the bean. I ate the skunk one when we were in Halifax. She got them the entire game. It's like a spinner and the whole thing of beans. So they've each had sleepovers this week with friends coming over, and they've all done the beans. And at one point, my kitchen smelt like, oh god, rotten eggs or something. It was like, oh my god. So she bought me these ones, the Harry Potter Bertie Bott's Every Flavor beans, which I told her I'm not going to open. I enjoy the fact that they're Harry Potter, but there's stuff like vomit, soap, earthworm, earwax, and dirt. And booger. Need I say more? So they're going up in my toy collection. I'm not eating those. I had enough with the skunk. This is some washi tape, the Mickey washi tape. I'm gonna put that with my Project Life, and I have a video coming up that'll be on my craft channel of Project Life and how I've sorted all my stuff. And I think I'll do a haul. I don't know if, I think I did the video, I just never put it out there yet. But I'll have a Project Life thing coming soon on my craft channel. And this is some camera ribbon and some like school alphabet ribbon. She bought me these. I needed to buy these when we were in Halifax, when we were at that store in Windsor, but I was buying so much Project Life that I picked them up and I put them back down. But she said, your sponges look awful on camera. You need new sponges, so she got me some of those, so thank you. and these dimensional stickers, the Mickey Mouse. And she got me these, which instantly remind me of me and Mariel, because my friend Mariel loves Minnie Mouse. Adorable. So those are Shaped Bling by Queen and Company. And then I have these ones, again with the little dimensionals. It's Say It in Crystals Sunset Sunrise Collection. Really neat. And then, I told you she studies my videos. She knows I have the big Sizzix, and she got me this one, because she knew I didn't have any die cuts for it. So this is called Sewing Room. It's number 657186 in case you're looking for it, and it has the button and the spool of thread and the body, so I can't wait to try that. And then this, it's mini canvas banner with little butterflies, adorable. You can like paint those or anything. And then these are Simply Surfaces, and they're little die cut little pieces of wood frames. Aren't those sweet? Really cute. Love those. And I don't know if she did this after the Halifax video, but these are Scrabble number and letter stickers. If you saw my video, you see my sister had like 5 Scrabble games, so she's got enough Scrabble letters to last her. She's like, oh my god, they come in sticker form? I'm like, Annette, you don't need any more Scrabble letters. She got me these, the Jelly Roll Stardust Clear little pens. And then these, she tried to explain them to me, but I'm gonna have to look these up. They're Studio G Action Wobbles, so I gotta figure out how to work those. They look really neat. I think you peel and stick them and then you make things wobble, but I gotta look into that. I gotta figure those out. And then these are some Mickey stickers, Nemo, Winnie the Pooh, Tinkerbell. I just realized the stove beeped a while ago and I haven't put the food in yet. Princesses. I'll get to it in a minute. And then Mickey Mouse stickers. And I love the sizes of all these, like the little Disney stickers, because they're good for Project Life. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a mix of Project Life and a mix of traditional 12x12 scrapbooking, because that's just what I'm used to. And I've done some Disney pages. I've done some Disney pages already, 12x12, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Instead of just totally switching over to Project Life, I think I'm going to combine the two types. This paper, gorgeous. She does 2 pages of each. And then the Mickey balloons. And these Mickey heads. It's unbelievable. So generous. Mickey Mouse. And Winnie the Pooh. And this, which I know Annette would love. This is Wizard of Oz. This one's called Parcel Post. It's the Magic Oz collection. It'd be really cool to do a page about when we went to Wicked. And then these ones here with the snowman. She said she liked it because it had the cardinal in it on the bottom. And Hello Kitty. And Mickey comic strip. And then these ones here are Harry Potter papers. Hogwarts Express. And this is Diagon Alley and Hogwarts. And this is Quidditch and the Harry Potter. I should be showing this on my craft channel, but you know Phyllis from this channel, so that's why I'm doing it on here. And then these graphic 45s are School Days. Love these. Annette would love this stuff. But as we all know, Annette does not need any more paper. And it's got little black flowers on the back. And then this one is the 3 R's. It's got time on the back, and then the alphabets. And then some more Mickey. These are all Sandy Lion brand, these ones here. And then those Mickey heads. As Kerrigan said, she's trying to tell you something. You need to do some more scrapbooking. And then Minnie Mouse. And then these paper packs, which again, no, Annette, no. You don't need any more paper, but she would love it. So I think I may make Annette a Wizard of Oz something or other. So it has Wizard of Oz paper. How cute is that? And then finally this pack, which is pink paisley, and it's called Noel, and it's a Christmas pack of paper. Hard to show when you're holding it up like this, but very cute. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of this. It's unbelievable, very generous, and like I said, it was so fun meeting you guys. One of the highlights of the trip was that day, so that was awesome. And I'm sure we'll be back to Boston at some point because it's a fun city. And I told the kids we would go to another One Direction concert at some point. We will go see one. So if they come back to Boston, we will go to Boston because we know where we're going now. And what was it? Oh, I got some. Oh, the last night we went to that Dick's Last Resort place. We bought some candles, and I'm not a candle person because A, I don't like scent, and 2, I don't like fire. I get really freaked out. But the kids were buying a candle, and Bryn noticed in Phyllis's car that she had a little card jar, and it looks like a little miniature one of these. And I think we bought the same scent, but it smelled lovely in Phyllis's car, and we got it home and we were like, oh sweet God. Like, we had a headache and it was bad, and we had to like take it out of the car. So, yeah, so I ended up buying, and I was getting such a headache in the candle store because, like I said, I don't like a lot of scents, but the kids wanted to get candles. What did you get, Kerrigan?
Peach mango salsa.
Peach mango salsa is what she bought. I got this one, which is buttercream. It does smell nice. I'll probably never light it, but it just smells so yummy. And we got that one, and then I think Bryn got the beach walk, which was what the one was in Phyllis's car, I think. And that's the little car jar we bought, but like I said, we had to take it out of the car. That was not working for us. And then, just to finish off, I want to show you some postcards that I received since we got back. I got this one from Kansas City. This is from Karen, and this is the Liberty Memorial in Kansas City. It was constructed in honor of those who gave their lives in World War I, and it's also the location of the National World War I Museum. Isn't that pretty? And she said she lives about 50 miles east of Kansas City, and she spends a lot of time and money in the city, and she finds most of her craft bargains, and she did head smack because the stamps went right over her writing. She said if she finds any postcards of the Stealth at Whiteman AFB, she'll send one to me. So thank you. And then she said head smack because I'm gonna have to lift the stickers and or the stamps. And then this one here is from Sharon, and she's in Tennessee. Actually, that's not her home state, but she said it's one of her favorite vacation areas. And Sharon, can you send me a note, because it says Rochester, but I can't make out what the state is, and I want to say Rochester, New York, but I don't think that's what that is. So if you can just send me a quick note so I can send one back to you. It looks like a IH, but I don't, is that, no, that's nothing. I don't know what it is. IL? Not sure. So if you could let me know so I can get your postcard out too, that'd be great. And then this one here is from Louise. Louise, I got your postcard. If you watched my Halifax video, you heard me do a shout out to someone named Louise. Well, this is Louise, and she's in Nova Scotia, in Milford. And she said she can't wait to see how Project Life works out for me. And she said her first grandchild is due in October, so congratulations. And she's trying to figure out between traditional scrapbooking and Project Life. So that's why I mentioned that earlier, because I think I'm going to do a little bit of both, so I'll show you. But this, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing the story, when her grandmother passed away, her grandmother had traveled a lot and had a whole stack of postcards and things from her trips. And this is one of the postcards. She had a duplicate of it, and Louise was kind enough to send that to me. It's, I think she said it was from Fort Lauderdale, and says, having a snapping good time in Florida. Hilarious. So I thought that was really sweet that she shared some of her grandmother's treasures with me. So thank you so much, Louise. It arrived, it's in perfect condition, so thank you so much. So thanks for the postcards, guys. I will get some out to you soon. We had so much fun in Boston. It was a great trip, but I'm just going to tell you about what it was like to come home. It was really hard, and I mean, we were very fortunate this summer and spring to have done New York and a cruise and our trip to Halifax, and now this trip to Boston. Scott's still shaking his head trying to figure out how a 2-hour One Direction concert turned into a 5-day shopping spree in Boston. These things just happen. He should have known. But anyway, we got back, and I think it was that Sunday, or I think it was the next day, Monday, I think. Bryn said, can we have a barbecue? And I said, sure, we'll have a barbecue. Why not? So that'll be great. We'll just have hot dogs. So I made hot dogs. So then a couple nights later, I think it was on the Thursday, we had hot dogs again. So I left the barbecue open and didn't really think anything of it. And then I was out there and I was, you know, hosing down the deck and stuff. And there's just been a weird smell out there. And I'm like, what is this smell? Like, it's so gross. So I'm hosing down the deck yeah, so I hosed down the barbecue because I'm like, I'm just going to clean the barbecue because the lid's up. I haven't cleaned it since the beginning of summer, really, like hosed the whole thing down. So I hosed the whole thing down, took the grates out, gave those a good scrubbing, which I do after our meals, but I was like, you know, I'll really get in there and scrub them really good. We have a Weber barbecue, and underneath is a drip pan, and it's about like this big, right? So it's about, I don't know, 10 inches long or whatever. It's now full of water because I've just filled it with water because I was hosing the thing down and it filled up. There was something sticking out of the drip pan. It was about this long and I thought it was a stick. It was not a stick. It was the tail of a rat. A very dead rat. A rat that no longer had fur on it and hadn't had fur on it in a while. And if you go back and do the math of when we had just had our recent barbecues, yeah, you guessed it. We barbecued over top of dead rat. Still want to come to Bermuda? No. There's rats, and we have rats around the island. When tourists see them when they're at the hotel, Scott just says, no, those are Bermudian squirrels. And people were like, oh, that's really weird. They're rats, and they're ugly rats. They're not like cute little Disney rats. They're skinny and scrawny and brown, and they have dry hair, they need conditioner. They're just icky, and this thing had been in the drip pan for a while. I hadn't emptied the drip pan, and it's my fault for not doing that, but you just don't think there's going to be an animal in there. So I had to pull the pan out. I couldn't really see it. It's only when it's sloshed because I had filled the thing with water and I had to dump it over the fence, and now I told my sister about it and she said she can never come visit me ever again because she has a fear of rats like I have my fear of snakes. She's like, that would be like someone wrapping a boa constrictor around your neck. She's like, no, I can't come there. I can't. And even dad's due to come down in the fall and he's like, you need to fix that. I'm like, I'm trying. So I have to call the government and they put rat traps around your property, and we've never had them up here. So we've never had the traps on our property, so I gotta call them. I should have did that today. Oops, do that tomorrow. And I gotta get control of that because that was really icky. And like Scott said, he goes, it's not like we ate rat. He said, we just had the essence of rat. I swear to God. Anyway, so that's been our week. Good time. Never a dull moment here, I must say. So thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for putting up with my screaming in the last video. Like I said, I will do a Project Life video on this channel, and not Project Life, Bullet Journal. I'll show you how that's working. I love it. And I will do a Project Life video on my other channel because I was telling Annette how I set up my cards, and she's like, she doesn't know if she can split up the sets. So I'm going to show you guys how I store that, and then hopefully I will get onto some Project Life videos. But now that I've done this one, I can now clear up my desk, put the stuff away, and move on. Okay, so thank you for watching as usual, and hope you guys are having a good end of the summer. The kids go back to school in like a week and a half. I can't believe summer's almost done. And Mariel, her kids are already back in school in Florida, so they went back this week. Hard to believe it's that time of year. So, hope you guys are doing good, and I'll be back with some more videos soon. Alright, see ya!